What's popping, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, El Toro Analysis. I hope you guys are doing well, keeping healthy and staying safe. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into today's topic. So today I just wanted to make my Premier League final table prediction. And yeah, I think a few of these entries might be surprising, but at the end of the day, this is what I think. So in 20th position, I have Norwich City, and this is largely because I think their squad is championship standard. I do not think they're going to do well in the Premier League, even though the likes of Teemu Pukki and Todd Cantwell tore it up in the championship last season. Teemu Pukki is also a championship level striker. He's proven that in the Premier League, he just isn't good enough. Next up, we have Watford, and much of my reasoning is the same as that of Norwich City. I do think that Watford has a championship standard squad and they will prove as the season goes on. Yes, so for me, I surprised myself by making this entry, and this was Crystal Palace for 18th position. I do not think Crystal Palace are going to stay up in the Premier League by the end of the season. I think they're going to get relegated, and that is if they don't change their manager, Patrick Vieira. I do think that Patrick is largely inexperienced compared to the experience that Roy Hodgson brought to the Crystal Palace team. And, Crystal Palace were at least solid under Roy Hodgson. They had, senior experienced first team players. But now with Patrick Vieira, they lost like 3 senior centre backs. So I don't see it working out for them. In 17th position, I have Southampton, and this one is simple. The departure of Danny Ings. Now they have 2 centre forwards that make one Danny Ings. Danny Ings was that centre forward that seemed to be promising for Southampton. He got them 20 goals last season. I think that having lost that type of player, now having to rely on the likes of Adam Armstrong and Shea Adams, I think that was going to impact them negatively. I do not think that Shea Adams and Adam are going to step up to the plate, or at least be as good as Danny Ings was. And for a club that has conceded 9 to 2 different clubs over the past 2 seasons, I think that they would be needing that decent firepower up front in order to balance out the fact that their defense is horrible. 16th position, I have Brentford. I think Brentford will display enough hunger, ambition, drive, and passion to actually survive in the Premier League this season. Yes, it's not necessarily going to be an easy ride for Brentford, but I do think they will do enough in certain games to be able to accumulate enough points to stay up in the Premier League. 15th position, we have the traditional Burnley. Yes, the 4-4-2. I think Burnley is going to do enough for 15th position and nothing more, nothing less. In 14th position, we have Steve Bruce's Newcastle United. I do think that Newcastle have what it takes to reach 14th position at least, because they have the likes of Callum Wilson, Alan Saint-Maximin. They also got Joe Willock, so that was a decent addition to their squad. I think they will have enough to at least reach 14th position. In 13th position, we have the ball-playing Brighton and Hove Albion. I think Brighton and Hove Albion will do enough for 13th position. They have the likes of Yves Bissouma, and I guess it's Yves Bissouma, and having that type of protection, in front of your defense, I think that does a lot for a team. So I think Yves Bissouma and the rest of Brighton and Hove Albion will reach 13th position. 12th position, I have Wolverhampton Wanderers, and this one is simple. I think the Wolves project is in jeopardy. I think the departure of Nuno Espirito Santo from Wolverhampton Wanderers just showed how much the project is in jeopardy, and I don't really think that Bruno Lage is the man to lead them forward. They still have the likes of Raul Jimenez, they have Ruben Neves, they have João Moutinho. They also have a new goalkeeper. Now with this goalkeeper, I think he's very shaky, man. I think he's going to concede a lot of goals, and I think also that is a massive downgrade from Rui Patricio. So this is going to be interesting to see how Wolves deal with what they're faced with currently, but I don't see them making it past 12th position. In 11th position, I have Everton, and with this one, it's another simple one. I don't think they have enough creativity from midfield going forward. So the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I think chances for them are going to be tough to come by. In 10th position, I have Marcelo Bielsa and his Leeds United squad. Now with this one, I really wanted to put Leeds in a higher up position on the table, but I don't really see them making it past 10th. Reason being, Marcelo Bielsa is very set in his ways. You know, he is very tactically astute, but because he is set in his ways, it's very difficult for him to adjust to the certain type of match that he might be facing. So I just don't see Marcelo Bielsa changing his ways in any way for any match. And you see this happen with Leeds a lot. You know, they can win a match 4-2, but then they'll lose the next match 6-1 or something like that. And in 9th position, I have Aston Villa. And with this one, it's another one where I feel like the squad will be decent enough to get them into the top half of the table. They recently added the likes of Emi Buendia, Danny Ings, Leon Bailey, and they still have the likes of Anwar Hegazi, John McGinn, Emiliano Martinez as well in the team. So I think Aston Villa has a decent enough squad to at least challenge for the top half. In 8th position, we have the ever consistent Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal is very consistent with the 8th position of the table, well, ever since Mikel Arteta took over from Unai Emery. So yeah, I just see them making it in 8th position this season. And in 7th position, I have West Ham United with David Moyes. You know, I think David Moyes has done a brilliant job as West Ham United manager. Of course, he's had the likes of Mikel Antonio, Said Benrahma, Pablo Fornals, at his disposal. And I think West Ham United have a decent chance of challenging for a European place of some sort. In 6th position, I have Nuno Espirito Santo and his Tottenham squad. I do think that Tottenham this season will not make it past 6th place. So in 5th position, I have Leicester City, and this one is another simple one. Leicester City has finished 5th position for the past 2 seasons, and I don't see them making it past that threshold. Now for the top 4. So in 4th position, I have Manchester United, and with this one, man, it's just that I do not necessarily take Manchester United as serious title contenders. Once they get a holding midfielder, I might be telling a different story. And in 3rd position, I have Liverpool. You know, they just got Virgil back. Joe Gomez is also back. They signed Ibrahima Konate. But the one position where they didn't really replace the footballer was Jorginho Wijnaldum in central midfield. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work out for them. They might be lacking creativity, but I've seen that Harvey Elliott might be integrated into that first team picture, and they also have Curtis Jones. So we'll just see how, Liverpool adjusts to this season and whether or not those players that were injured last season will get back into the pace of the Premier League and help the team moving forward. In 2nd position, yes, even though they signed Stormzy, I think Chelsea is going to end up in 2nd position. Now with this one, it was again difficult because obviously we've seen that Chelsea has signed Romelu Lukaku, but I have said before that Lukaku isn't everything. Just because you have Lukaku does not mean that you will win a league title. It does not mean you will win the Champions League. It does better your chances significantly, but it's not everything. And obviously, since I chose Chelsea for 2nd place, I am going to have to pick Manchester City for 1st place. I know it does seem like a biased choice, but at the end of the day, it's the most logical one. I do feel that Manchester City is a well-oiled machine, and we have the best manager in the world, honestly. He always finds ways to improve his ways. He improves on his tactics, he improves his players, he improves his style of play, his philosophy, things like that. So he does not stay stagnant as a manager, and I think that is important in moving your team forward. Pep Guardiola is a different type of gravy, and we will win the league title. Now, I do think at the end of the day that it's going to be a close race between Chelsea and Manchester City. So I'm talking a matter of points. So I think the gap between 1st and 2nd place is going to be something like 5 or 6 points maximum. So yeah guys, that was my predictions video for the 2021-2022 Premier League season. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with some of my entries? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm talking a whole lot of nothing? But yeah, that was it for this video. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, comment, and share the link to this video. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, and I'm signing out.